Who doesn't enjoy imagining looking out the window at a sunset over the water, or skiing right up to the door of your own cottage? Well, before you make the leap and buy a recreational or vacation property, we're gonna cover the most important things you need to know and consider. So by the end, you'll have some clear criteria you can follow to make the right purchase. You'll first want to define what your goal is for purchasing a vacation or summer property. Are you planning to use the property for your own relaxation, or are you hoping to rent it out for some extra revenue? If you're purchasing the property so you can rent it out, just keep in mind, these are the types of properties that are often the first casualties during an economic downturn. So if you can't rent out the property, can you cover the cost to maintain and keep the property? If it's for you and your family, make sure it's something you'll continue to use and enjoy over the years, and not something you're gonna regret next season and look to sell. Are you buying the property for your own family, or do you plan to share ownership with relatives or friends? If you're sharing, be sure to treat this as a business transaction and have a contract drawn up by a lawyer. All partners need to be prepared to share both expected and unexpected expenses, like a leaky roof. If your dream property is near a ski hill, but only 2 of you in the family are skiers, how will the other family members spend their time? Is there a village nearby with restaurants, shops, or movie theaters? Does the property or resort have other amenities such as gym or a spa? All these areas may be important for your family members, so I highly recommend setting aside some time where you all can discuss what kind of features and activities you'd want to get involved in. And if the whole family has buy-in for the property, then it will be something that you can all use for years to come and enjoy. If you're choosing a location, consider whether it's important to have the property in a more popular or prestigious area, or if you'd like to get a better deal on somewhere less popular. Lesser known or up-and-coming areas can provide better value, but they won't have the same level of prestige as a prominent resort. Freestanding cottages are beautiful and give that sense of home, but they generally require maintenance like winterizing, along with plans for plowing the access road or driveway. And although condos include maintenance on the building, there are often restrictions on decorating or noise. And if you want to rent it out when you're not there, consider if there are bylaws in place that may prohibit short-term rentals like Airbnb. You'll need to make sure you can afford the taxes, the land transfer fees, and the year-round maintenance, including plowing and lawn care. Some areas even have mandated maintenance, and if you cannot afford that, or don't want to pay for that for your recreational property, a different place may better suit your needs. Check around and get some quotes. You can easily get one online in 5 minutes or less from Square One. There's a link in the description below if you need access. You may also need additional insurance for things like outbuildings like a boathouse or shed. And if it's a seasonal property or one you can only access by boat, it may be harder to get insurance. So if you're uncertain, don't buy the property first and try to insure it later. You can get a quote now, it's free, and then buy the property if the insurance works. You'll want to find out what a lender is willing to provide before you sign an offer. Some banks and lenders may require larger down payments depending on the type of property. If it isn't winterized, for example, you may need to put down more money in advance. If the property has a well, is there enough water to meet your needs during the summer? How healthy is the septic system? Also, how did the water level change throughout the different seasons? The last thing you want is to arrive at your new property in the summer and realize you can't drink any water or there isn't any available in the well during the summer. Now, a regular home inspection won't necessarily cover these items, so it's good to check this out yourself. Make sure you know what to expect in terms of the mortgage payments, insurance, taxes, and even utilities. How long will it take you to reach the property, and how much will it cost in fuel? You'll also need to consider traffic, especially if you'll be the only one driving up to the property on long weekends when traffic is generally much busier. Once you've given some thought to the type of property you want to purchase and you're ready to start looking at properties, you'll want to find a real estate agent who can help. You'll want to find someone who specializes in recreational offerings and listings, since they'll usually know the most when it comes to buying a vacation home and the different areas. Being prepared will ensure that the property you purchase is the right one for you and your family. And if you're looking for a home insurance quote for your new recreational property, you can head over to squareoneinsurance.com for a free online quote. So thanks for watching, everyone. And for more home and insurance related resources, you can check out some other videos here.